time for good news.
Geez, it's July already, and boy, is it a great day to go to the pool.
I know, but Santa, you're dressed to enter Santa Claus suit, and those clothes are too heavy for you to get a dip in the pool.
Well, FBC is looking for a fun way to help Hope's Door New Beginning Center with some of their needs by hosting our annual Christmas in July event.
Oh yes, Hope's Door provides an environment of safety, support, counseling, education for families who are affected by domestic violence.
The Board of Deacons hopes you will support this worthwhile agency by generously donating the items they have requested. Refer to our FPC News on Fridays to learn about these needed items. A list of the items will also be available at the Christmas table in the Connection Center.
Unwrapped donated items must be donated no later than July 28th. We thank you so much.
So when my dad and his sisters, Vicky and Liz, were growing up in Corpus Christi, Texas, their mom, my grandmother, she used to send them to the butcher with a quarter and tell them to buy a quarter's worth of ground beef. My dad's family was a family of 8, so my dad and my aunts, they knew that a quarter's worth of meat was not enough to feed them all. But my grandmother would send them and she'd say, make sure to say that Hermana Juanita sent you, that Sister Juanita sent you. When the butcher would hear this, he would take the meat and he would pile it really high on the scale and he would hand them a huge container of meat. And they thought, wow, ground beef is really cheap. But what they didn't know was that the butcher knew my grandma from church, and he knew that she would hand out food from the kitchen door of her house to anyone in the neighborhood who was hungry. So even though they didn't have a lot, my grandmother was always willing to share what they had with those who were hungry.